Hey, what's up, guys? Recently, I made a post on my Instagram page talking about in order to find happiness, we need to stop taking things in life so personally. So, I just wanted to take a quick minute to make a video and kind of expand on what I mean by that. So, I think when most people think of taking something personally, we think of getting offended or taking something to heart, receiving some sort of an insult and taking it personally, right? But there's a deeper meaning into taking things personally that can really affect our energy on a day-to-day basis. Everything in life essentially can be taken personally. It can be an insult, it can be something positive. If somebody says, "Hey, your hair's looking really nice today," and you say, "Okay, thank you," that makes you feel good, you smile, you thank them. Essentially, you're taking what they just said personally because you're either believing it or you're accepting what they're saying as truth and then getting a feeling based on what they just said, right? So typically the human mind believes that taking something personally is referencing negatives or some sort of insults. But if you really think about the deeper meaning of taking something personally, it's essentially living your life or living your ideas through the lens of another perception other than your own. When you think of yourself, when you think if you look good doing something, if you look bad doing something, this or that, that's ultimately what's going to create your happiness, is your own thoughts on your life. Everything in your life, what you think about your life and where you're at in life is what is ultimately going to lead to your happiness, right? When somebody compliments us or when somebody insults us, if we even believe that for 1 second, what we're doing is we're taking it personally, what they said, their perspective on us, and we're using that to essentially change our perspective. Like I said, if it's something good, if I don't feel good about myself, but somebody else says, "Hey, you're looking good," and now I'm feeling a little bit better, I'm essentially relying on that person's compliment to make me feel good. Now, had I looked in the mirror or just thought to myself, "Man, I really do look good," that's more so my perspective based on my own view and opinion of myself, which is making me look good. The same thing can be said for looking bad. If somebody says, "Hey, you look like shit today," right? If deep down inside you believe that you don't look like shit, you can kind of take what they said and be like, "Okay, whatever, that's your opinion," or, "Man, you're full of shit," and you can still be happy with the way you look because you're viewing yourself through your own perspective, through your own lens and your set of eyes, and you're happy with what you have. Now, if you take it negatively, what they said, and you say, "Okay, shit, do I look like shit?" Or, "Man, I'm upset because I thought I looked good, but here I am looking like shit." Now, again, you're leaving it in that person's control to determine your happiness or your unhappiness. Whereas you thought you looked good. Why the fuck does it matter what that person just said about you? You were happy with the way you looked. You were happy with the outfit you picked. Everything about your day was going well until somebody else gave their opinion about you. Do you see where I'm going with this? Basically, we're in control of our own thoughts, and we're 100% control of our own perspectives of us until we give up that control. When somebody passes judgment on you, whether it be positive or it be negative, you are giving up control to that person. You are giving them the control to control your happiness or your sadness or any bit of emotions if you're taking what they're saying personally. Even if you don't believe it, if it's frustrating you, if it's getting you upset, that person's own opinion just controlled your happiness. You are no longer in control of your mind. You're no longer in control of your happiness or your life. So I would like to suggest to really, really focus on anything that may be said about you or around you or, whatever it may be. If somebody criticizes something you're doing, ask yourself, "Hey, is this a rule that I shouldn't be doing this?" If so, maybe you're just doing something fucking wrong, and that's okay. Learn from it and move on. If you're doing something that's absolutely fine, again, that is their own opinion on what you are doing. It should not affect the course of actions that you take for the rest of the day or the rest of the activity. It should not linger on your mind and affect the rest of your day, your life, your month, whatever you want to call it. It's essentially part of the past now. People's opinions really shouldn't have this much control over us, okay? How you view yourself through your own set of eyes, through the mirror, are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of the things you've done in life? Are you doing everything with a good conscience and with good intentions? If so, nobody on this earth's opinion should matter about you, regardless of who it is. It could be your wife, it could be your mother, it doesn't matter. If you are happy with the product that you have created in yourself, nobody's opinion should matter. So start to think about that a little bit. If you feel like you take things to heart and other people can say things that can kind of derail your day or derail your week or month, think about how much control you have over your emotions. Think about your self perspective of yourself and your self-belief of yourself. Then think about why this other person's actions are affecting that. They don't know the whole story about your life. If somebody judges you negatively for something, they don't know what went into the lead up of that action that they're judging you on, or that look they're judging you on. All they know is what they see through their set of eyes, and they're passing judgment. It should have zero effect and control over your emotions, whether it be happiness or sadness. You are in control, okay? Because when they say something, when somebody passes judgment on you, whether it's validated or not, and you receive it and your emotions are affected, now you just let them control your happiness. Somebody else is in charge of your life and your happiness. And the reason I pointed out the positive things or the good things is because it doesn't matter what it is that's happening. Somebody could say some, good things about you every day. And then when they finally say something bad about you, you have no control over that either. So you're relying on other people to create happiness for you based on the things that they do, the judgment that they pass, and it's out of your control now. Focus on controlling your mind, actually analyzing the judgment that's passed on you, and if it's unvalidated, write it off. Just completely forget about it. It's somebody else's perspective. It's irrelevant in your life right now. If it is validated, such as you broke a rule or you're doing something that is unsafe, maybe consider that they're fucking right and they're trying to help you, and learn from it. But try not to take any judgment that's passed on you, again, whether it's good or bad, and let it control anything in your life. I think once you guys can truly learn to do this, once you can see and feel what I'm talking about right now, you will discover a much more happy life for yourself. Give it a try. Try it for a couple days, a couple weeks, whatever you can. Don't expect to be perfect at it right off the bat, but do be conscious about it. Do be aware of other people's opinions and how they are affecting you. Because I promise you, you'll be a whole lot happier if you focus on pleasing yourself. When you please yourself, you can please others, and life's good.